welcome to my home once more. So happy to have you here. It is always a pleasure having company. I spend the morning going through and setting up some decor ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you, and they are pretty doable designs. So let's go take a look. So here we are, guys. Here we are. Can you spot anything? Take another look. Can you spot anything? Well, since we moved to the countryside, my thrifting gear has gone up a few notches, and so I enjoy going thrifting. And one of the things I am able to find out here, which is so good, are scarves, right? And most times they are huge scarves, and they are pretty new, if not completely new, right? And other times the scarf doesn't have to be big, can just be a pretty streamlined scarf, because when we think of scarf and using scarf in our decor, we tend to think of big, broad, long scarves. But I'm going to show you some pretty cool scarves that can be used for some pretty neat ideas. Now, I think I may have around 13 different ideas scattered between here in the living room and in my we're in the dining room. So between here in the dining room and in my lived-in living room, which is also doubling as my office. Everything, the whole house is my canvas right now, guys. I'm moving from room to room doing stuff. Anyways, let's get to it. Now, number one idea is right behind me here. I have used a streamlined scarf. Believe it or not, it is a scarf. I have used it to swag across the top of the artwork and along the sides. Now, you could make them more equal. You could make this like a double swag at the top, whatever you want to do, but it adds another dimension to the artwork. You may just want to change things up a bit, and you don't necessarily have to go ahead and take the whole artwork down and put a new artwork. You could go ahead and add, just like you would a beaded swag, just use a pretty scarf. And if you notice, the scarf that I have used here is actually picking up on the colors in the artwork. And I am proud to say that my son actually did this artwork when he was either in grade 4 or 5. And I figure it was so good. Well, you know what? I have other artwork that's not as fabulous that are hanging on the walls in the house, right? But I used an old window to frame the artwork. And but it's not about the artwork. It's about the fact that I have swagged this scarf across the artwork just to give it another dimension. I am going to go straight to the center here. And what are we looking at? We are looking at a lamp with a lovely shade. So now look at this. That's a shade underneath there. All I did was just wrap the scarf around the shade, and check this out. All this tasseling creates another dimension to it. Now, I just pulled it on. I didn't spend the time to do all the knitting and the fining, but that's the idea for you. Now, another lampshade is just over here across the way by the window. That's your number 3 idea. You don't necessarily have to cover the whole shade, but you could use a streamline scarf just like I have here, and I have just tied it around the top of the lampshade. Right now, you could also just put it down to the bottom, and you could tie it around the bottom of the shade, whatever you prefer. So number 4 idea for those lovely scarves is to use them as window treatments to enhance your windows, to dress your windows. Now I am having a bit of light bleeding through the sides and at the bottom there. Maybe I could take the blind down a bit more. Let's see. Guys, this is why if you're making your window treatment and you want to keep your room dark, you don't put your window treatment on the inside of the window frame. You put it on the outside to stop the light from bleeding in, right? But I also have curtains on this window, so that's not a problem. Plus, it's the dining room. Now, let's check these window treatment ideas out. The first one I may be standing up on my chair here, yeah. But the first one I have gone ahead and I'm not stitching, right? You can stitch your scarves if you're using them for any one of these ideas. However, I did not stitch the scarves because this is just to show you guys the ideas, right? And I want to be able to use them for something else, because $100 on YouTube ain't gonna cut it for me to buy all these stuff every time I want to do these type of idea projects, right? So anyways, what I have done is I have put the scarf from the back and I have basically just pinned. You could pin your scarf too, right? Or you can use double-sided tape if the treatment is not going to be movable. But I have pinned here and I have pinned here. And subsequently what happens is you get a lovely swag with all these tassels in the middle of the curtain panel, right? Otherwise, what you could do is just stitch all the way across the top, make a pocket for your rod, and then you will have more of a gathering effect right across. In that way, your tassels will be on the same level here, right? So that's two options. I think this is basically to show you the idea of using the scarf as the curtain. So what I could do is in another video, I could look at different ways, or you can use your scarves to do window treatments. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, so that's your curtain. Here is your window topper. So basically what I did was I went in a bit from the end of the scarf. I pinned and I stretched out the scarf, and then I came over the rod over there, and then I just pinned again. As I said, I'm just doing pinning for now, right? You can stitch. But these are just some ideas as a window topper. Now, all these design ideas or decor ideas that I'm giving you, you don't have to destroy your scarf to do them. And that's the whole aim of this video, right? You can always cut your scarves, and make them in a myriad of different things. But what's special about what I'm doing here is I am showing you ideas that do not destroy your scarves, right? So if you're having company over and you want to add a little something on your window, go ahead and use those scarves. You don't have to cut them. Pin them, use a needle and thread to do just simple run-in stitches. But yeah, another thing that you can do too is basically you have your curtain panel already. Just use your scarf to dress up your curtain panel, right? And so those are 3 ideas that you could use your scarves on your window. And as I mentioned before, you're not destroying your scarves. You don't have to cut them, right? And so, yeah, let's move on to some more scarf ideas. Are you guys enjoying the video yet? Are you liking these ideas? Go ahead and hit that subscription button. I am done with the window section, guys. and I have opened the blinds and the sunlight is just streaming through the window, which is so lovely. And of course, your next idea is a table runner, right? That's a given. You're gonna use a scarf to make a lovely table runner. Now you could just use a single one, or you could layer them on, on top of a tablecloth, as I have done here. Okay, so your next idea is just to use a scarf to throw over your chair. So you're tired of seeing the same bland chair, the same look. Just get you some scarves, and essentially all I have done is taken my lovely scarf here. Check this out, guys. So cool, eh? And believe it or not, I thrifted it for $2. Yeah. So I have essentially just thrown it onto the chair. Check this out. The caning is all going bad. When I put the scarf over it, you won't know that this is behind there, right? I just do this. See, we have a lovely length in the front here, and I will show you the back shortly, because one of the things that we can do is just use a ribbon to tie at the bottom. So I just wrap it around and then I tie a bow at the back. I'll show you the bow. Nothing significant, but yours can be more significant because you can use a wider bow or a wider ribbon, which will give you a better looking bow. Another thing that you can do is, for the back section here, you can go ahead and you can bring the, see how it's open there? You can bring this over, and you can bring this over, and there are a myriad of different clips and stuff that you can get in the dollar store that you can just use to keep it together, just like so. And there you have it, a lovely scarf cover for your chair. I have another chair over here. Let's take it over and show you what I have done, because yeah, again, this is another lovely scarf. And before you start talking about coordination and correlation and color matching and color, this is just showing you examples of what can be done with scarves, right? I'm not trying to color coordinate here, okay? Yeah, so I have this infinity scarf. Cool, eh? You can use something like this and basically just hang it on the top of the chair. Now you can hang it so you have more of it in the front, and then it swags down at the back. Let's take you around here and show you what's going on behind there. Well, apart from doing this, you could also just wrap the scarf around, and whether you want it at the top or you want it further down in the middle, wherever you want to position it, pull this together tightly and just create a knot in the back. So I'm just going to pull this through. There we go. That's a cool little look, right? To pretty up your chair for your dining room. What do you think, guys? Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification button when you subscribe so you won't miss out on any videos. Let's move on to the next idea. And the next idea is basically to use your scarf as a cover for your cushion. So you have the cushions on the couch, you have company coming over that you haven't seen for a while, and you want to make the place look fresh. and you have some cushions on the couch, go ahead and pull out some scarves and give your cushions a new look, guys. There are different ways that you can use your scarves, right, to make your cushion look fabulous. I have a couple more ideas I want to show you. So in another video, I will show you how I did the tie on this cushion. But that's another idea for your scarves. Now we're going to move on from the dining room. I think we've exhausted all the ideas in here, and we're going to move on into the living room. Yep, you've been in this living room before. In fact, it wasn't too long ago that you were here, and some of you lovely people gave me some very nice compliments and comments on what I showed, right? But as I said, it is a lived-in living room, so it keeps evolving. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's tidy, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'm just working some experiment here, right? And so, yeah. Behind me here is a lovely scarf on the wall. Now I basically just used 2 thumbtacks to pin this up on the wall, but this is just to show you that you can use your scarves for wall decor. Now you can go ahead and stretch it over a frame like you would a canvas, or you could also do a pocket and hang it like a wall hanging, or you could also just get you a frame, like a full frame like you would a regular photo, right, and frame your fabric. When you frame your fabric though, you want to either stretch it over a piece of cardboard, or you can buy fusible backing that you can iron onto it if you don't mind destroying the scarf, right? And so it is more substantial when you're framing it, or when you are putting it on a frame like for a canvas, right? And so yeah, wall hanging, wall art. And on my chair here, this is essentially a scarf that is being used as a throw. So not only does it add color, texture, and pattern, but it is actually a double cloth scarf that could actually give you some warmth on those legs when you're sitting, if you need to put it on your leg, or if you need to just throw it around your shoulder. Yeah. Throws on the couches are not just for style, they are functional and yeah, decorative at the same time. I think that sums up all the ideas I have for scarves for you, my friends. Except, yeah, somebody's not feeling well, and so my bedroom is occupied at the moment, and so I can't go in my bedroom to show you. But yeah, you can actually just use a scarf to put at the end or at the foot of your bed, just to add color, texture, pattern on an otherwise plain linen composition. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. I just enjoyed, I don't know if you could tell, but I enjoyed just going around and showing you guys all the different doable decor ideas that you can accomplish or achieve with just using scarves, right? Scarves that you can actually thrift for $1 or $2. That is my jam. Anything that doesn't cost a fortune is my jam. Yeah, guys, but yeah, I enjoyed showing it all to you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe, man. Come on back. And remember to turn on the bell notification icon so you can be notified of new videos. The truth is, if you love what I do on the channel, the best way to ensure that you will see what I do in this new year 2025, as I hear a lot of people calling it 2025, which is fine by me, is to subscribe, because when you subscribe and I upload new video ideas, which by the way I do a myriad of things, calculations, I make it easy for you if you want to find out how much fabric you need for your curtains or your cushions or your duvets, just check out the channel. There is a wealth of information on the channel, and that is why I am imploring you guys so much to subscribe to help me to grow the channel. I will see you in the next video. Remember now, let me know what you think in the comment section.